Yellowstone National Park experienced more than 200 measurable earthquakes in the week and a half between July 8 and July 18, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Overall, the area experienced more quakes, but the additional tremors were too small for scientists to pinpoint their origins. Such activity, which seismologists call an earthquake swarm, is fairly common in Yellowstone. In fact, this month's tremors occurred in Maple Creek, the same area of the park as last summer's earthquake swarm that involved about 2,400 quakes. Since the USGS commented on the new earthquake swarm on July 18, the earthquake activity has subsided somewhat. It's slowly subsiding, although these things come and go, so it's kind of hard to say that it's going to end. Michael Poland, the scientist in charge of the USGS's Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, told Newsweek. He added that this is completely normal behavior for the area. Yellowstone is just a very busy place. So far, the largest earthquakes scientists have been able to measure in the current cluster were 3 magnitude 2.9 quakes on July 18. Those quakes were far smaller than the most serious quakes measured in the region in recent decades, such as a magnitude 7.3 quake in 1959 that killed 10 people, or a magnitude 6.1 quake in 1975 that caused little damage. There's no hard and fast definition for a cluster, but there's an increase in seismic activity unrelated to a larger main shock followed by a series of smaller aftershocks. There's no single event that triggers it, Poland said. That's pretty normal behavior for Yellowstone, especially in this part of the park, which is more seismically active. While Yellowstone is also home to a supervolcano that has geologically caused what the USGS considers massive eruptions, the last one was about 640,000 years ago and there's no sign of another one happening anytime soon. Magma moving beneath the surface can sometimes trigger earthquakes, including at Yellowstone, but there's no evidence to the contrary. Seeing a small explosion doesn't necessarily make scientists think volcanic activity is imminent. In terms of danger, it's not that alarming because it's what Yellowstone does, Poland said. This is the real Yellowstone. But just because it's not alarming doesn't mean it's not interesting. I've always found these bee swarms to be very scientifically interesting, he added. They're an opportunity to learn more about what's really going on underground. Previous Yellowstone swarms occurred in 2004, 2009 and 2010, as well as the 2017 swarm. After the swarms subside, scientists can use their data to pinpoint where the ground is moving, which could help identify faults in the Earth's crust and movement along those faults. Such developments could help scientists not only explain specific swarms but also hone their understanding of the Yellowstone region as a whole.